What's up, everyone? It's the Wise Guys NFL Wildcard Weekend, Cuz, Geek, and Big Duckets. Let's do this.
That's such good vibe.
I'm always.
It's a good vibe.
It's chill.
You know, it is. It's good. It's a good vibe, man.
You know what else is a good vibe?
You and me.
Legal sports betting in the state of New York.
What happened with the Albanians?
He's not happy. He called me up. You won't even believe it. He called me up. He's like, "Bro, you got a job for me?" They're looking for work.
See that? Look at that. You should have told him you should be all for promo codes, man.
I said, you know what? How much credit are you giving out? Because, I think you're in trouble. The Albanian's like, bro, maybe there's a job anywhere for me. I'm like, do you know how to do anything? He's like, I kick ass. Fair. I'm thinking about it. I have some ideas.
Listen, it'd be great to have a couple of the Albanians on the payroll, man. They're some good people, man.
You want to just hang around with me and walk around as I do my thing?
Walk around like your posse.
Yeah. How much do you get paid? They're looking for work. The Albanians are looking for work in New York, but you know what? Oh, it's like finally it's here.
Yeah. So is everyone just freaking out? Like, is it fun? Because people were driving to Jersey, like they were doing whatever they could, to try to get, go put their action in.
They are, and the sportsbook offers are amazing. They're like, one is toppling over the other to give a better deal. We've got it all on the Sharp app, by the way. So when you jump on the Sharp app, you click on analysis, and we have sportsbook promos, and there's a bunch of New York ones going right now. You just got to use those links because
That's
I actually wrote an article. I did it.
The Geek.
I don't write a lot of articles anymore. I write cheat sheets a little bit, but I don't write articles.
I will tell you though. Let me tell you something. As someone who wrote and still writes, but I wrote for a living, covering sports, and I love the art of the pen. You got a snappy style.
Really?
Listen, I used to, I still read your breakdowns, and I think you got a nice little snappy style to you.
I love it.
Dude, you're good. You got a little, I'm telling you, you're untapped, dude.
Well, snappy. I make it fun.
You do.
I make it fun.
And you're clever.
Like, there's a lot of fuck this guy in my, my.
Yeah, you have a good, I'm telling you, you have a good, you know what it's called? It's a writer's voice.
Oh,
it's
there
your
it is.
Inner voice, right?
It is my inner voice.
And it comes out. And it's good because the trick of being a good writer is do not block your voice. Just let it come through. And you let it come through.
I'm with it. Even if that means, I'm not a trained writer. I'm a finance guy.
Yeah. Well, I'm a trained writer. It doesn't really mean anything.
Yeah, I didn't get much of that. I was like, English, not my best class. I was I was on spreadsheets.
I could diagram sentences, but, doesn't really do much for you.
I can get you the present value of a bond.
Yeah, see that? That's worth more than diagramming a sentence, especially since nobody uses proper grammar anymore.
There it is. All right, so I'm excited. We've got a big weekend of
playoffs.
It's the playoffs. It's wild card weekend. There's so many games. I'm not used to 7 games.
Super wild card weekend, dude.
Super wild card. They added a Monday night. By the way,
I love the Monday night.
All right, I want to talk to you about that. You don't think that screws over the Monday night team for having a shorter rest time? You don't think that doesn't bother you?
Man up. Stop.
Oh,
come
on.
The
playoffs. I'm against
You're fine. You're fine.
It's messed up.
Rams will be fine because the Rams are going to win, and they'll be fine.
I'm just saying.
They're going to play 4:15 on next Sunday.
I've been doing a lot of best ball leagues. I've been doing a lot of these playoff leagues.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Oh, I love it.
Where do you go? Where are those leagues at?
There's a few. So DraftKings is doing some. Underdog is doing a really good one called the Gauntlet, Underdog Fantasy. I don't know if it's available in PA, actually.
I don't know Underdog.
That might not be in Pennsylvania. DraftKings is doing a different one. I also like to do it with my friends. There's a site called Fantasy Postseason where you can have a league with your buddies.
Yeah, I love that stuff.
Yeah, that leaves one. There's a lot of strategy to it, and most of the strategy involves you have to understand the brackets, and then you really have to stack as best you can the teams that you think you're going to make it to the end. So
sure.
Before we get into today's guy, I actually want to ask you about this. So, you've got, in terms of making it through to the end, you've got the Bills on the and the AFC. You've got the Chiefs, right? Those seem like the two.
Except they're going to be playing before the title game.
They're playing in week 2, so it's one or the other. And then I think it's smooth sailing for the other. A lot of people like the Bengals as a dark horse.
I don't think they're ready to win.
I don't even know if they win round 1. We'll talk about that.
Yeah, I don't know that I don't know that they're going to make it. Listen, I like the Bengals, I do, but I just don't know that they can. I think they're sexy, They're
the sexy pick. That's the perfect.
Yeah.
But if I know Cuz, you would be like, they made it to the playoffs. Now it's we made it. It's the exhale. We might see the exhale.
The only thing is, we'll talk about it, because the only thing is I don't know about the Raiders. Wait, before we get to it, I got to ask you, dude, was that one of the greatest Sunday night games?
We got to talk about the timeout. And
what the hell's wrong with them?
It was one of the greatest games I've ever seen. By the way, a bunch of us bet tie plus 2,000.
Right.
Game to tie plus 2, because what would have been crazier than that? It was fun. Mm-hmm. And the timeout, why did they do it?
That's Brandon Staley. Why would you go for your own 20 at your own 20-yard line?
Why would they do that?
He's analytics.
That team and his bullshit analytics. I've never seen a team, but it goes back to last year, so I don't know like that. I've never seen a team find more ways to lose than the Chargers.
I know they are. They're just heartbreakers.
They find ways to lose.
Yeah, they do. And it's funny because they're so much better than the Raiders. I mean, let's be real. Like, they're a better team than the Raiders are.
Shouldn't be close.
I mean, the quarterback's ridiculous. How about the throw he makes, the first touchdown on 4th down, where it's just a laser? That thing, he's ridiculous, Herbert. Oh, my God.
The quarterback is better. The offensive personnel from running back to wide receivers are better.
Exactly.
And the defense is better. How do they lose?
Yeah. Well, it's Rapp's coaching.
They find ways to lose.
But think about this, though. Geek, not for nothing. You go for it in your own 20. All right, you're Mr. Analytics. Okay. But all you do is run a halfback dive? What kind of play call is that?
I was more pissed about the timeout. So it's
the timeout was a joke. I mean, that was absolutely ridiculous.
But the Raiders are like, okay, let's let it go.
Versace's giving you a tie.
Yeah, he's giving you the tie.
Yeah.
Why did you take the timeout? I would fire that coach.
Yeah, I don't like him. He's an arrogant guy.
I never had an opinion on him until that play. Like I gotta be honest, it's a team that finds a way to lose. That play, I can't get over it. I can't get past it. It's like, you know what it's like? I'm gonna bring it to the real world. And this is gonna hit home for some people. I hope it doesn't. I'm not trying to hurt anybody. It's like when your girlfriend cheats on you and you can't I can't get past it. Like she apologizes. I'm sorry. It was one time. But in the back of my mind, I'm always going to be thinking about it. Like, I can never trust her. That's how I feel about the coach of the Chargers. It's like, you cheated on me. If I was the owner of the Chargers, it's like, you cheated on me.
No, I hear you, dude. I don't get it. I can't believe it. They were in the. It's criminal. It's criminal. Here's the only good thing. There's no Charger fans.
Yeah, they don't care.
There is no Charger fans.
There's no fans. All right, let's talk wild card bets. Okay, one of the biggest betting weekends ever because New York is online. Everybody's got $3,000. We gotta blow on Caesars this weekend. We got points. We got all kinds of books. All right, sports books. So I'm going to talk about this first game because the betting is very much skewed on one team, and my models are pointing to this team as well. I'm not even going to say what it is, but it's the Raiders Bengals game. Bengals are favored by 5.5. Now, cuz all of the money is on
Cincinnati.
it's on the Raiders, dude. The sharp
What?
money, everybody. The model is pointing to the Raiders. Take the 5.5. The sharp money. You ready for this? The betting percentage. So the public is 50-50 split in this game.
Okay.
But the money is 91% on the Raiders, meaning that
so
the sharp
tickets,
action is on the Raiders in this game. And quite honestly, our betting model separately, it actually believes that the spread should be plus 1.5 or plus 2, not plus 5.5. So what is happening here, I think, is because the Bengals had those 2 incredible games to end the season, they're a little bit inflated.
Yeah, I think the price is inflated. I agree with you.
Yeah,
I do.
So
I think the price is
price
inflated.
thing.
But here's the problem. I don't know. I can't back the Raiders, dude. I can't do it. That's not a good team. They're not a good team. And listen, you follow them all year long. They still offensively. Do you fear them?
No, they're like the opposite of the Chargers, really. They found ways to win these games. They just pull them out. And you're like, I don't know really what's good about this team. I don't like the running back very much. There's not a wide receiver I can point to and say, hey, he's good. And they have a tight
Hunter
end.
Renfrow runs a nice little player.
Yeah,
right?
I mean, but Hunter Renfrow.
But you're not staying up at night if you're a defensive coordinator worrying about Hunter Renfrow.
Millennial Wayne Corbett ain't enough to pull an entire team, to win it.
Yes, I agree with you. Millennial Wayne Corbett. By the way, I knew Wayne Corbett. He was a good guy.
Oh, the best.
He was.
He plays DFS. He loves MLB DFS.
Does he really?
Yes. One of the better players.
One of
the better players. Love it. Man, dude, if I can get Wayne on the show, he's from my time. Like, he's from our time. He was a great
I'll get him on the show.
Yeah, we got to get Wayne on. But Wayne Corbett. So anyway, millennial Wayne Corbett, a.k.a. Hunter Renfrow. So I don't know here. The money, it's
so you like the Raiders. Your models say Raiders?
I'm going with the money. I'm going with the model. I'm not fucking with that. I'm not going against the sharp money, especially when the public is on the other side. So give me the Raiders in this one to cover.
Yeah, I'm not doing it. And I'll tell you, listen, I respect it. I respect the models. Always respect the models. When I X&O it, and again, I'm not in love with going. I agree with you. I think the Bengals are this kind of sexy team that everybody, listen, Burrow's legitimate. Like, that kid's a player.
He's good.
Right?
But
the weapons are unparalleled. They have they have really good receivers, 3 of them. Chase is a star. Mixon is terrific. I got to be honest with you. Should they be laying 5.5? No, I would make that game 3.5. All right, that's what I think the proper line should be. But I still can't back the Raiders at 5.5. I couldn't just play numbers. I don't bet numbers. I can't look at numbers and say, because I got a buddy of mine, Brad Feinberg, who does it professionally, and Brad is a numbers guy, right? Like, so he sees a line. We all make our own numbers, right? And we all think what the line should be. So if it's off or if it's a big number, he's betting the number. And I go matchups. I like the X&O piece of it. And I look at this thing and I go, I don't think the Raiders defense is any. Now they have a pass rush, okay, but I think I'll give you one bet that I love. It's Jamar Chase over.
Okay.
All right, and listen, you're part of the reasoning, Geek.
Oh,
you said, and listen, you're my buddy, so I take it. I think you do a great job with this stuff.
I'm going to get you the numbers on it. You ready?
Jamar Chase, you said when you were talking about DFS, your studs in the playoffs get fed. They eat, right? They eat. Jamar Chase is going to eat. And against that secondary, he's going to eat. and I love. What's it? It's 80. What is it? 78, something like that.
It's
how many yards?
70. It's 70 and a half yards. So, basically 70 yards over under for Jamar Chase. I'm looking at the line here. It's 110. So even on 70 yards, I'll give you the. So I mean that's your number. I think if you're betting him, you're betting receiving yards. I think 70 and a half is a fair over to bet. Now I've got one more item on this game that's really standing out in the numbers.
What we got?
And I actually really like this. If I'm betting this game, this side I'm even more intent on, which is on the game total. You ready for this? This is really surprising. So again, more of the money, the donkey money is on the over. And again, this is on the Sharp app under the betting handles tab, right? 63% of the bets are on the over, but 86% of the actual money
is on the under.
Is on the under. So if you had to take a sharp side on this game, you're betting the underdog Raiders and the under. Now,
which would fit, right?
And those two things go together,
right?
A low scoring game favors
the dog.
It favors the dog covering. I love the combo. Same game parlay. Duck gets in the pocket.
Yeah, I got to tell you, I listen. I like the under. I totally like the under. I can get behind the under. I can get behind the under more than I can get behind the Raiders.
I think the Raiders are going to lose. So that's of course the challenge. I never like betting taking the points on a team where I don't necessarily think they're going to win. I believe that the reason the money is on the Raiders is just because every model is saying they should not be this much of an underdog. It should be more like a +2. And so the money is going to follow that. Like that's what they do. They follow the projection models. And I think a lot of this, I mean, it makes sense to the fact that the Bengals are coming off those two ridiculous games, and so
but look who the Raiders are coming off of. Everybody watched that game.
Yes,
you want to talk about recency bias? It doesn't get bigger than the Raiders.
Let me ask you a question. Can you hear that bleeping noise in the background?
Yeah,
you hear that too?
I hear it. Sounds like you got. I thought you had a slot machine at your house.
I don't think it's me. I closed every window. I'm like,
it's not me. I don't have anything open.
It's driving me up the wall.
Yeah, I don't know. Something like that.
Make it stop. Wait. It won't stop. You keep hearing
I don't know
that?
where it's from. Yeah, I do. I hear it too.
Are you sure?
I don't have
any windows.
I don't have any either, because
I shut everything. No. Even the window where I'm finding the odds, I just shut it down because it's driving me nuts.
Yeah, no, bro.
Oh boy. All right. I don't know what the hell's going on there, but I'm apologize for it. So anyway, let's move on to the next bet. Yeah, it sounds like a Discord, but my Discord shut down. Yeah, they can hear it too.
Oh, really? The audience can hear it?
Yeah, they can hear it. So I don't know. Like I don't know where that's coming from, and I don't know how to make it stop. It's like a crazy Discord with nonstop. Anyway, all right. I don't know.
It's not.
They're all hearing it too.
I still don't know how to use the Discord.
You don't even know how to use it. I got to teach you how to use the Discord, but I guess it's could it be me? I've never had bleeping like that before. So anyway, I have no idea what's causing it, but nothing I can do to stop it. I closed every window on my computer just now.
And I have no other ones open. So
yeah. All right. It's probably me. I always have shit going on, but I can't figure it out. All right. New England Patriots at the Bills.
I cannot wait for this game. I think this game is going to be fun. It's going to be freezing. Bills Mafia, right? It's going to be cold. It's football. And listen, I told you this before, Sean McDermott's a good buddy of mine. And
that would do it. That would do it. Except it's not, but it would do it. But it's not that. It's like an insane Discord. Yeah, everybody's like, the Discord's going crazy. I don't know, man. I'm telling you, I don't have Discord open. I X'd out all of it. Torturing my soul.
It's all the Bitcoin, man.
It's the Bitcoin mining. All right. So here we go. What's the best game this week? And it could be this one. So let's talk about the Patriots at the Bills. Any weather concerns? Are we hearing weather? I'm not hearing any weather so far. I'm hearing just cold.
No, the weather is just cold. But there's no wind. I have a weather game for you coming up, but it's not this one. This one is just ice bowl cold, right? Like it's going to be nasty. How about this? You ready? The high on Saturday, 11.
Yeah, that's a cold one.
All right. The low is 4. Oh, it's going to go down to 4. Now, here's the only good thing is the winds are 10 miles an hour. So it shouldn't be anything. 5 to 10 miles an hour.
Yeah, there's no concerns here. I don't think that cold weather without wind is going to affect the game very much. You ever play in the cold? It's no big deal. So what I do think, and if it helps anything, give it a little teeny tiny itsy bitsy edge to the running back, just a little bit, because
gripping the ball. The only thing that happens when you're cold, and it could listen. It's not going to phase Josh Allen, but it could phase Mac Jones
because he's not from there. But Josh Allen, you know what? I'm gonna give a knock on Josh Allen.
Why? I love Josh Allen.
I love Josh Allen. My one knock on the kid, he has not been particularly great in poor weather conditions. That hasn't been a spot where I'm like I
don't know about that. I mean, even that Monday night game where where the wind. Remember that game where Belichick?
Yeah, I thought he didn't play that well.
Yeah, but dude, he had him knocking on the red zone door. He made a throw through. It was the wind was like 35 miles an hour.
Can't blame the guy. Yeah, he did.
He was cutting bad dope.
He did. So no, that's fair. So Bills are at home -4, and I got to tell you, because to me the Bills are a much better team than the Patriots. Like these two teams are not even in the same class, and the Patriots are well coached. They're Bill Belichickian in their awesomeness.
Mm-hmm.
But these are not similar teams at all. If the Patriots are going to win this game, they are going to do the same thing that they did in the last game against the Bills, which is run it, and run it again.
Well, they could do it all day long, but here's the problem with that, is that you got to score, and they didn't score. And now, without all that wind, the Bills will score.
Yes.
I'm telling you, this game, you got to lay it. You got to lay it all day. The only reason why people will take New England is because of Belichick. It's the playoffs. It's Belichick. They'll talk about the game. Oh, it was cold. The wind. I'm telling you that was a high-profile game, more so than the rematch where the Bills destroyed them in New England. Give me Buffalo all day.
A reputational thing with Bill Belichick. The Patriots always get a line that's too favorable for them because they're the Patriots. Look, we said this the last time they played. We went crazy on the bet. In that second game, after the win game, we went crazy on the bet. And by the way, I bet the Bills in the win game too. Sorry, fucking lost that bet. But we bet him. We made it back on the second one. And then some Butler. Wait, by the way, we didn't talk about my Butler bet win last week. I forgot about this.
Wait.
Oh, yeah. I wrote it down.
Wait.
It was the Saints, I believe.
What?
I won a Butler bet. Yes.
Wait.
I wrote that shit down.
It
happened. It finally.
Are we on another plane of existence?
I hold on a second. I wrote it down. Where would I say the Butler bet was? Where? Oh my God. Here we go. Butler bet. Saints -4.5. Geekus. I won one. Saints.
Who would I have?
Who the hell the Saints play?
Hold on.
Are
we on another plane of existence?
Wait a minute. Last week, the Saints, I'm telling you, the Saints, let's go back to week 18. It was Saints against the Falcons.
Yes.
I took the Saints.
Yes. I
won a Butler.
Yes. And I was right.
I feel like it was a pity Butler bet a little bit.
It was, because I don't even remember it, and I didn't even watch it. But here's the thing.
It was a pity bet. I'll take it.
I'm so happy. I love you. and I'm so happy.
It was a pity bet. I'll take it. I'll take anything.
Yeah.
All right. I think we both agree. I like
It
this
was funny.
game.
You and I were talking, or we were texting each other. I was texting you over the weekend or something, and you brought up, or maybe it was like Monday or Tuesday.
I was like, I won the Butler.
And
You're
you're
like,
like,
"You
I'm
did?"
like, you won the Butler bet? What Butler bet? I didn't even remember making a Butler bet.
That's right.
Because I thought we did well Sunday, right? I think
Oh my
between
God,
Saturday and Sunday,
killed it. It was crazy. I was
right?
winning my
Yeah.
bets. Yeah, it was a great weekend for bet. The pizza bet you gave out on Saturday game, I can't remember what it was, but we're betting. We're eating pizza. We're eating pizza on Monday with Georgia. Are you kidding me? Georgia,
Yeah,
I was
well, I love
nervous.
Georgia.
I was nervous.
Now we got a little lucky when that Jameson Williams, goes down to send to the kid. But listen, I thought that game was great. Defense, that was awesome. It was
I
awesome.
loved it.
And the pizza bet covered in the Georgia game.
I was a little nervous. It was, fourth quarter. I'm looking at the numbers and I go, listen, I trust.
Our Lions, dude. We had the Lions.
The Lions was the loser.
No,
Who are the
they won.
DFS
They beat
guys
the
that are going to be
Packers.
stealing the tutties? Don, here's what you got to watch out for. And we already talked about this game, right? The whole world is loading up on Burrow and his pass catchers. So I look at that and I go, a little Joe Mixon leverage against that Joe Burrow ownership, right? Because the Burrow, Chase, T. Higgins crew, they're not going to want to roster Joe Mixon. So you got to get different in a 2-game slate. It's a laboratory of ownership.
A laboratory of ownership.
Yes.
I like that.
Yes, it's a laboratory of ownership leverage. You never see it more. It never affects your game so much as it does. Like a couple of guys that I was looking at, I was like, Damian Harris, who's going to own him, right? Not too many people. Maybe that's the guy. But you got to look at who people are going to own. And you got to
your mix and play. I do.
Yeah, you just play a little mix in. No one's going to roster him because they're. Yeah. And the same thing a little bit. I'm kind of looking at Devin Singletary. I'm like, I kind of want to go all in, but maybe I shouldn't go all in on Devin Singletary. Mm-hmm. Like I'm just waiting for the ownership numbers. And what you really want to do is just leverage it because it's a 2-gamer. So you play your obvious guys. And then it's much more obvious to play Joe Burrow against the Raiders than it is to play even Josh Allen against the Patriots. So, but the ownership reflects it. So you kind of got to go with Josh Allen. You just need to be aware and play the suboptimal if you're trying to win the tournament because you're not winning it playing Burrows, playing the obvious approach. So you got to get a little interesting with your ownership leverage on Saturday. So, all right, moving on. Let's talk about the beginning of the Sunday games, and we're taking it. We got Go Green. We got the Eagles.
Okay, so let me start off because this is a game that you really need to know, and a couple things here. One, weather will be an issue in this game. It is supposed to storm in Tampa right during the teeth of the game. And the winds right now, 25 miles an hour, gusts up to 38 miles an hour. It'll be torrential rain in the morning. The field conditions won't be good. It's going to rain throughout the game. And again, the wind is going to play an issue. Now, let's look at it.
That sounds favorable to the
Eagles. Yes. Yeah. The weather is always a great evener, and especially in this case. Now, I like the Eagles.
Ooh.
And I like, yes. And you know me.
Listen, you are not a homer for the Eagles at all.
No. Now, they're my squad, my boyhood team. And I know them better than I know any other team. But I tell you, listen, when they were going up against good quarterbacks, they were getting crushed. I told you the whole year, right? Now, this is different. Brady's Brady, and Brady had his way with them in October. It was a Thursday night in October, and they went down, man. They went down up and down the field at will. But in that game, who'd you have? Godwin, Antonio Brown. You had a healthy Uncle Lenny, right?
Uncle Lenny coming back for this one.
So Uncle Lenny's coming back, but he's got a hammy. Now,
yeah. Can't know how good he's going to be.
And on top of that, Geek, with bad footing, do you want to risk? Like when you talk about DFS, you don't want to get any parts of Uncle Lenny in DFS because, one little tweak, and there goes the hammy. Anyway, the
Sometimes
matchup.
another playoff thing, and to your point just now, is that players will push their way back with injury when they
Sure.
probably shouldn't. So in the regular season, when a guy got a Q tag and he's playing, you could feel just a little more confident
I
that,
agree.
all right, he's probably fine to play. In the playoffs, a lot of times these guys are, I'm coming, I'm going to do it. And like they
Right.
want to do it because it's the playoffs. So you got to be extra leery about that Q tag and about that soft tissue injury.
Yep. No, you're dead
Yeah.
right. And here's the thing: I actually love the Eagles, and I think they can win the game. I would. This to me is jump all over. I've seen it anywhere from 8.5 to 9.5, and I love it. I love it all day long.
Right
Great, but
now, you want to bet this? That is DraftKings. Look what I gotta do. Look, DraftKings on the Eagles, you're getting 9.5. So
Yeah.
that's where you want to go. And as if people don't know that Cuz is a sharp. You're the ultimate sharp. You fucking sharps follow you. You don't follow the sharps. The sharp money, according to the Sharp app, guys, get the fucking Sharp app. You need to be looking at betting handles for every bet that you make. Don't be stupid. All right.
Please.
Just do this, and then sign up for all of our affiliate deals in your state. But the Eagles, 38% of the bets are on the Eagles, 62%. So the donkeys are on the are on the Bucks.
Sure they
But
are. The champs.
The donkeys aren't. You don't want to be with the donkeys.
Nope.
Even when the donkeys win, you don't want to be with the donkeys.
That's right.
78% of the money. So the big money better, they're all over the Eagles here. What more do you need?
Listen, the matchups. I love.
I don't like this.
I want to stress it. I
Hold on.
love the Eagles.
I don't like this, John. I would not suggest doing the money line. That's not how I would bet it. Because what do you think? I'm not looking for the Eagles to win. I'm looking for the Eagles to keep it close and Brady to pull it out.
All right. So I want to tell you right off the bat, I would bet the money line. All right. But again, as a pizza bet, right? So depending on how you do your units. So let's just say you got, let's make $20 a unit. All right. So let's say you bet, I love the game. So I would bet 10 units, right? So $200, right? $20 a unit, 10 units on the Eagles plus the 9.5. And then I would take 10%, 20, and put that on the money line. All right. And I would actually do it. I would have the Eagles. I would lay -3. I would then do the winning margin where the Eagles and take the Eagles between 7 and 13.
Because you want to hear a really interesting bet type that I only learned about this weekend that is perfect for your pizza bets.
What's that?
The company PointsBet, and I'm not even 100% sure I'm correct on this. They have something called a PointsBet, where if the spread is a certain spread, for every point greater than the spread, they basically double your bet. So like you could bet a $50 PointsBet on this game at plus 9.5. And if they win by 3, like you're getting like a 20x on your money or something like that. Like every point better than the spread that the final score is, that's like they double your bet. So you bet.
Oh, I heard about this. You know what? What's it called? There's a name for it.
I think it's called a PointsBet.
Is it?
I think that's what it's called.
Or
and
flat.
I've never done,
no, a lightning bet.
They might have different names.
Yeah.
Well, their company's called PointsBet, so maybe they have their own proprietary name. But I haven't done a PointsBet yet. I haven't even done it. But I was literally asking. I'm like, what does this mean? What is this? And
that's
so
cool.
it's a pretty interesting. And I was thinking when I heard of it, I thought of you because I was like, for all those pizza bets, you could probably just do a PointsBet on this, and just let it roll.
Yeah,
let it roll.
Yeah, I do. Listen, I believe the Eagles are live in the game. So let's go back to it. Listen,
and is it because you think Brady's just limited by not having his possession wide receivers?
Yeah, he's got. First of all, you got no. They signed John Brown today to the practice squad because they
Yeah,
got no one to take the top off the defense. So look at the matchup. See, I always go X and O, and I see I'm a wannabe football coach, right? So I'm a one. I'm a fake football man. So I watch tape, right? And I do it under the guise that I need to do it for my radio show, which is really nonsense, right? But my wife doesn't. My wife doesn't mind, right? Like I go, I watch the tape. You know what I mean? Like whatever. So I
it's for
talk
the
to a lot of
show. It's for the
coaches
show.
around the league, and I give them my 2 cents, and they indulge me. Oh, thanks for that scouting report. That was great. And please, I'm a fake football man, but I actually really like it, and I think when you do a lot of matchups, so I look at Eagles in Tampa, and I see Mike Evans, and I go, all right, you got Darius Slay who can neutralize Mike Evans, right? So really, all you got to worry about is Gronk because their run game is severely limited with Fournette, right? Ron Jones is out. You got Vaughn. They are limited in what they can do. And yeah, Gronk is nasty, and I know a little bit, but he's not gonna let them score. He's not going to completely take over the game to the point where the Eagles can't do anything. So I think the matchup screams Eagles. I think they're going to run the ball. It's going to be bad weather, bad footing, and I know Tampa's good against the run. But here's the thing: Hurts adds to the run game. All right, because he can shimmy, because he's got good moves, he makes your run game much more deadly. If I was Sirianni, I would go a lot of read option. It's going to be bad footing, bad weather, and I would take advantage of it. And I think they will. And that's why I think the Eagles are close. And I think they're live. And I think there's a bit of a Super Bowl hangover. How many times you see the champs go down? That's happened before. Rodgers, when he won his first Super Bowl, that next year, they lost to the Giants at home. I like the Eagles.
That's wild. I'm thinking. Listen, I think the Eagles are a good bet. I think for them to win this game, it would be a bit of a shock to the world. Like you're talking about a shock the world situation. So, man, I love it though. And
Shock the world, then.
Shock the world. I'm going to be on the phone. Because I'll be like losing my mind if they win this game. So,
they're going to play. They're playing them close. I know it. I feel it.
I think they're going to play close. Listen, the Bucs they're a run stopping defense. The Eagles don't. I mean, they do like to run the football, but they run it in a non-traditional sense with the quarterback running it.
Right. It's not like you got a Henry or a Chubb. You're relying on the one big back, right? You're not doing that. This team. By the way, the Eagles' offensive line is great. Lane Johnson, Jordan Mailata, Jason Kelsey, Landon Dickerson. They're road graders, dude. They're good against the run. Vita Vea is terrific up front, but this offensive line's a beast. They're going to create holes, man. I'm
putting my bets in. I'm tracking it. So we don't forget. This is a strong bet. Got to take the Eagles. Take the points.
My favorite bet of the weekend.
Draftkings. Take the points. 9.5 right now. Don't fuck it up. It could go to 8.5 if you want to get the full 9.5. I think that's an easy one. It's just so many points. All right. Next game on the docket. We got the Cowboys home 3-point favorites taking on the 49ers. 51-point total in this one, cousin. And this looks like the best game. This looks like the best game environment of the weekend, or certainly of the main slate here, but pretty much of the weekend to me. Maybe outside of Rams Cardinals, but for DFS purposes, that's the game that you want to get crazy with in DFS on the Sunday only slate, which we're going to do, of course. Dak, is there anybody hotter than Dak? I mean, Joe Burrow and Dak finished the season looking, godlike. Both of them. They just had a strong finish to the season for whatever that's worth. Cowboys do find ways to blow it in the playoffs. That's kind of a little bit of their MO. This is a new team, but they've definitely kind of been that kind of a team that, you like them and then they disappoint. But I actually think that the Cowboys are a dark horse team to make a little bit of a run. I think any team in the NFC can make it. Outside of maybe
Arizona.
No, Arizona could get there too, man. They were good for a while. I think any
They're
team
not
in
ready.
the NFC.
Look at that. I mean, how about Penny going up and down the field on them last week?
Yeah, embarrassed.
The
Penny good?
division's on the line.
What if Penny's good?
He is good, but they shouldn't. The Cardinals' front just got trucked.
You will get Diggs in there.
Parsons and Diggs are back.
Yes.
Yep. And it's for that very reason. Because I have a man crush on Micah Parsons. I love Micah Parsons. I love Dallas in the game.
There it is.
Love Dallas. Love them. They're going to win by double digits.
Double digit call. Let's take a look at
let me tell you something. I hate the Cowboys.
You're not a Cowboys fan. You are an Eagles lifer.
Right. And I am a Cowboy hater.
Cowboy hater.
I hate the star. The star is a pentagram.
The money is not telling us much. So definitely a little bit more of the money is on the San Francisco side, taking the points.
Dallas, I'm telling you, I smell it. People, the Niners beat the Rams to come back. Everybody looked at it. I'm telling you, all day long, the Cowboys. And the problem is for San Fran, and my man just said it, Micah. Micah's a beast. They're not going to be able to run, and I think Dallas is. Listen, I think they'll be able to attack the San Fran secondary, and I think the game's undervalued. I think Dallas should be higher
than -3. Okay, listen,
I
that's
had
fair.
Them at 4.
I think the 49ers. The 49ers have been good all year, but they're coming off of a win that made them inflated just a little bit better than maybe they actually were. I don't know if I could pull the trigger myself on this one. 3 points. I have to think about that game, but I love your enthusiasm, so I'm just going to probably follow what you're saying here. But I have a hard time with this one. Because if the 49ers are going to win,
I told you to lay the pizza double digits. You're not going to lay the 3? You should bet it right now.
All right, fuck it. You know what? Who am I to?
You bet the Eagles plus the points. You're going to lay the 3 with Dallas right now.
I already did the Eagles one. All right, let's do the Dallas bet. You know what? I'm in. Fuck it. Take the 3. Boom.
It's a winner. It's a winner.
Put the pizza money. The Agnello's pizza. You know, in my town, there's a place called Agnello's. Okay, his name is they're from the Grimaldi, from the Patsy Grimaldi family, and they all make the pizza the same way. The Grimaldi style. You ever have Grimaldi's pizza? There's one in Hoboken. There's one in Manhattan, and now they have
the original. The original is like legendary.
Yes. Now they have forget the chain that's called Patsy's. That's bullshit.
Right.
I'm talking about the real one, the Hoboken version and the Manhattan version.
The Manhattan one was the first one. That's the one I had. Yeah.
Yeah. And the Hoboken one is just as good. Like, one was called Patsy Grimaldi's. The other one's called Grimaldi. They're brothers.
Yeah.
They were family. So some other family members here in my random town in Hudson Valley. And so I get Grimaldi's pizza, but it's a little more expensive. So when I do a Grimaldi's pizza bet, that's a 25.
Yeah, but let me tell you something. You always got to go heavy with the pizza.
I only buy the best.
You can't go to cheap pizza.
Never. Only the best.
You know what they do with the pizza? Trust me. They use the cheap cheese.
Oh, no. That's
the difference.
When you're in the bad pizza place because
they use the cheap
gloopy
mozzarella. It's not even good mozzarella. It's not even mozzarella.
It's mozzarella with an R at the end. Okay. Mozzarella.
Plus, a drizzle, you're supposed to, when you put it back in the oven, right? You're supposed to drizzle it with olive oil. A drizzle.
You're talking about the reheat?
No. So what they'll do is some of the places will have the crust on, not the Neapolitan style, because that cooks so quickly. But they'll do the olive oil drizzle at the end. But I like to do it some of my spots, they'll do it in before. So while it's baking, the olive oil drizzle, it's the best.
I love a good pizza.
But the cheap pizza, they don't use the olive oil drizzle.
I'm such a gourmet. I'm such a snob when it comes to pizza. You have no idea.
You should be.
Yeah, I'm a snob when it comes to anything even slightly wrong with it. Like I had a place that had it seemed like it was like a 4 cheese mix on the top of the pizza or something. I was like, what the fuck is this guy? What is it? You trying to be fancy in here? You trying to reinvent the pizza wheel?
Yeah.
Is that what's going on?
That's why they put all that nonsense on it.
You're gonna put some pecorino romano on my pizza, you motherfucker? You think I didn't notice that? You think I don't know?
Listen, that's our gift to the world. You know what I'm saying?
No. You don't fucking put no pecorino romano.
Don't fuck with our gift to the world.
Yeah, that's a special thing. All right. Pecorino romano. I mean, it's a good cheese, but bro, don't put it on my pizza. All right. So third game, don't put it on my pizza. I don't want it. I don't like oregano on it either. Don't put oregano. I don't like it. I don't want that like oregano. I like oregano. I don't want it on my pizza. Doesn't belong on my pizza.
Depends. Sometimes I like it. It's the fresh. We grow the oregano in the garden.
No, I'm not talking about the fresh. I'm talking about no. I like a fresh piece of basil on the pizza. That's a good kind of a pizza.
Well, the basil's the best.
Yeah. But not the dried oregano on it. I don't like. I don't like it.
You know what? The oregano goes well if you have like the pepperoni, but you got to use the good pepperoni.
That's like a whole other thing. You want to talk about
thick,
the little,
that curls
pepperoni. Up. Yeah, the curly little ones. I can't believe you're talking about this.
It's like a 1/4 inch.
Yeah, and it curls up. You got to have that one.
And then you can put a little oregano on.
You get the big rounds like this. No,
yes,
you don't want that. You don't want it too big of a round.
That's the cheap pepperoni.
Yeah, that's the cheap one.
You don't want the cheap.
You want the little one that's about like that. Yeah, exactly. 100%. All right, Steelers at the Chiefs. If there's one team that I would say has no chance to advance past round one, like in your best ball / fantasy playoff league, the last guys to go are on the Steelers. They have no chance.
No chance.
13 points for the Chiefs. Listen, I'm not a lay 13 guy. I've said it every time. I just don't like to do it. I get it. I understand why a team should be favored by 13. You know, then you're watching the game. The Steelers are up by 7 in the first 2 minutes, and you're like, oh fuck, this is not going my way. I don't like laying 13 on any. I'm not doing it. Not gonna do it. But not gonna do it. But the Chiefs. I don't see any chance of the Steelers.
I love Kansas City. I mean, for what it's worth, I love Kansas City.
You're laying 13.
I would lay it.
Yeah. I'm not laying it. I'm not doing that.
Yeah, I would. I think it's
probably going to win by 13. I don't care. I'm not doing it.
Because here's the thing. I don't think Pittsburgh can move the ball consistently against Kansas City's defense.
But then Ben.
I saw Ben. You saw Ben. Ben can't move the ball. Spags is going to blitz him all day long.
You can run on the Chiefs a little bit. Like there are methods.
Well, not when he. You know what he's going to do is he's going to load up the box and he's going to play man and he's going to go, all right, decrepit Ben, beat me.
Yeah, if he's smart, he'll do that, and he is. And they've been playing good defense.
He can't beat him
all year. There's no way he could beat him. So and even if he did, it's not like the Steelers are going to slow down the Chiefs' offense. That's the problem, really. Chiefs at home, the loudness of the stadium is going to be epic. Jackson Mahomes dancing up a storm, getting the team psyched up on the sideline, a little cheerleading on sideline, gets the whole crowd worked up.
Yeah, I just think I think the Chiefs are a good team. I think the Chiefs are a good team. To me, I'd lay it. I know it's a lot of points. I'd lay it. Take them in the first half. Do whatever you got to do.
I can't believe I just said that. All right.
Do it again.
Jackson Mahomes psyching up the field on the sideline, doing wiggle dances. You know, who doesn't get excited to see that? Who doesn't love it? Come on. All right.
You're out of your mind.
All right. No more of that. All right. So Monday Night Football. So I'm not betting this game. I get it. I totally understand it. I'm just not. I'm not going to lay 13. Period. I don't like to do it. And You want to throw? Yeah. All right. Let me ask you this question. I want to ask you a betting philosophical,
Let's go philosophical.
a little
Sure.
philosophy.
Uh-huh.
So I'm, I have a hard time betting minus 13 favorites, right? Ever. The money line is minus 738, right? And those imply that kind of implied probability. It's like, I don't have a calculator in front of me, but it's got to be like 90% or something, 92 or
Right.
93%. So my question is it worth just throwing the Chiefs into parlays? So you already like another bet. Would you tack the Chiefs onto that bet? It's not going to add much juice. Like on a $50 bet, this might only add, an extra $3. But is it worth it? Or do you say, why bother? Don't do it.
No,
Philosophically, do you do that?
No.
No.
Actually, I'll take it back. You know what I would do here? Now, I would do, and I've done this, where I would take Kansas City, I'd bring it down to 10,
Well,
put them
teaser.
in a parlay. No, in a parlay. Because it's like it's like minus. If you're laying 10, it's probably minus 160. So it's not bad, right? Or minus 140. Like if you really want to get nuts, you can do minus 7 or minus 3 and lay 3. But the juice is so high, it's not going to add too much.
No, it's
But
going
it's
to
better than just the money line.
Yeah, it's going to get even worse. So I'm not. Yeah, I could see what you're saying. Like take a little bit of pay a little more juice, but not all the way down. So maybe pay. I don't have those numbers in front of me, so I don't know what the lines are for that type of bet. But I see that. I for me, I just even no matter how sure of a thing something seems like it is, I learned from Amanda Nunes a couple weeks back on a UFC event. Did I tell you what happened to me on a UFC event?
No.
About 3 weeks. Amanda Nunes, the lioness. And I know you don't know too much about the UFC, but this woman was an unbeatable force. Imagine Mike Tyson, prime Mike Tyson level, where it's a man amongst boys. That's what she was. She was a man amongst girls in the women's MMA division, right? Knocking people out. Just awesome, right? And she's a killer. And at some point, you really start to believe this woman cannot be defeated. So she was a minus 1,100 favorite against just another
1,100. Wow.
minus 1,100 in MMA is as much as I've ever seen.
I mean, that's
it does not get more than
Tyson, Buster Douglas.
boxing actually goes more extreme. Like for MMA, that is as extreme as it gets because boxing, you'll see that on occasion. MMA almost never happens. She's a minus 1,100 favorite against this woman, Juliana Pena, who really didn't do that much to get to a championship. Just Nunes had been through everybody, so this was the next. It was a Buster Douglas situation of just like, hey, who's next? I don't know. Put a Pena in there, and she goes and she takes the loss. And I had thrown Nunes into all of my bets won, except I was like, you know what? For a little extra juice, just parlay it with Nunes.
Oh no! No!
Yeah. So then I was like, and then of course she loses,
dude.
and I'm like, you know something? I fucking nailed all these other bets, and this
that
is what took me down. And what was this adding on a $100 bet? $2? Like it was such a small addition that it wasn't worth it. And I said, you know what? I'm never doing that again.
That's a shame, dude.
There's no reason.
My God!
And I learned like it's like a gambler's lesson.
Yeah.
Don't do that. Don't bother. So this reminds me of that. Like I don't think the Chiefs have any chance of losing this game.
All right. So just so for your edification, the Chiefs, if you lay the Chiefs minus 10, all right, which I think is really safe. Like, could I see them losing, or could I see them winning 27-17? Yeah, I could. In which case, the worst case, you push.
What is the line for that?
You lay minus 145.
Yeah, okay. It's getting better. It's getting better.
Right.
Yeah.
If you wanted to take it down further and lay a touchdown, you lay 220.
Better also.
That's minus 7.
I'd much rather have any of those bets, or even minus like 5 would be nice. What's the minus 5? Like 5.
Well, you don't want 5. 5's not a football number. You could lay 3, and that's minus 475.
Yeah, that's already too much to pay for any bet.
I wouldn't do that. But
no, I'm not doing that.
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. I would do the opposite. Now I have done this. I've taken it down in a parlay to the Chiefs -10. I think I actually have one that's live somewhere where the Chiefs are laying 10.
I don't mind that. You could also do an interesting teaser with this game and the under.
Yeah, it takes it through 7. Right? It takes it through, so it's 12.5, right?
Yeah, you can take
So
down.
the teaser takes you through a football number, which is 7. So, you could do that. But I never play teasers.
I don't play them either. But now that I have a normal sports book, my Armenians didn't allow the teasers. Now I'm like, oh
Right.
yeah, I got teasers. Let me do exotic things. I don't know.
But
All right.
the thing about the teaser is, listen, you could just play a parlay. It's you could take as many nowadays. You can lay whatever you want. You could lay 6 on one team, 6 points on one, and 3 on the other.
Yeah,
like you can mess with the line all you want.
And it just affects the money lines anyway.
Yep.
So, all right, let's move on, because I know you have a big, a strong stance on this last game. But actually, let's recap for a second. Let's go back. We're about to get to the last game. Raiders Bengals. Listen, the sharps are on the Raiders. I'm following that side of it. I'm taking the points.
Yeah, I'm not. You like the under. I like the under.
I like the under.
I would lay Bengals, but I love my only play on the game would be Jamar Chase.
And
over
Chase over
the
70 70 yards receiving. I like that as well.
Yep.
All right. I wouldn't mind a Mixon over here as well. I think a lot of people, I just think Mixon's going to have a big game. He's been my interesting eyebrow raiser, Mixon. I think he's going to have a big game here. And I think part of my team's lean on their studs theory is that the Bengals aren't going to be bringing in Samaje Perine to a whole lot in this game. I think they're going to lean heavy on the running back, the other starter. All right. Patriots Bills. We both like the Bills, and we got to play on the Bills. I believe. All right, we got to play on the
Bills.
Eagles Bucks.
Hey, by the way, real quick, Saturday in Cincinnati, just in case you were thinking about the weather Saturday afternoon. The wind's negligible, 10 miles an hour.
No, that's
10 to 12, so it's nothing, and a high of 30. So, it's not bad.
Go. Yeah. We both like the Bills. Eagles Bucks. I'm with you. I'm on board the Eagles bandwagon. Fly, Eagles, fly.
Yep.
Friend of Ben.
They love you. PHL loves you.
My Philly peoples.
Go all seriously, guys. Birds, take the Eagles, take the points, and bet the money line too as a little pizza bet.
There we go. Now we got the 49ers at Dallas. Dallas Cowboys cuz special. I'm kind of off this game cuz special. Cowboys.
Yeah, I love Dallas. So if I had to rank them, I would give you Eagles would be my top play. Cowboys would be second, along with Buffalo and Kansas City.
I like them all. And I love that there's an underdog mixed in there as well. So now we've got the last game, Monday night special, NFC West showdown again between the Cardinals and the Rams. We've seen this game play out many different ways already this season.
Hey, real quick, would you prefer? I don't like when the division plays each other for a third time. I would try to avoid that at all costs.
I don't like it either, and in a sense, but what the part that's nice about it is, listen, there's a rivalry between these teams, their fan bases, and all that. But yeah, I mean, I don't think the NFL should stop it from happening if that's the question. Like, I wouldn't want the NFL to sort of like butt in to those type of things.
Right.
Hey, shit happens. It's going to happen the way it happens. So we got the Cardinals at the Rams, and the Rams are favored by 4 at home. Rams coming off that loss. No big deal. Cardinals probably still without DeAndre Hopkins. Do you know if Hopkins coming back? No. So he should be out for this one. You got Christian Kirk. I mean, we just saw this game play out. AJ Green probably going to get blanked
Hurts.
by Jalen Ramsey. You've got Zach
They're gonna
Ertz had the big game in the last one.
he's gonna do the same thing. Murray's gonna go to Ertz a lot. Just became his favorite target. I like the Rams. Look, the Rams are a heartbreaker type of team. Well, they'll break your heart. You saw it Sunday. That's the kind of team they are. But the Cardinals, they can't break your heart. That team is not. They're not the same team that you think they were early on. Their defense is not the same. I like the Rams.
If you're an X's and O's analyst, right? The Rams are better at almost every aspect of football.
Yeah.
When you look at the wide receiver corps for both teams, you're talking about comparing Cooper Kupp, Odell, Van Jefferson, but Cooper Kupp to Christian Kirk and the ghost of AJ Green. They have a nice tight end in Zach Ertz, but you know what? Frosted tips. He's playing well on this team, though, a lot better than he did with the Eagles. But the frosted tips, right? Everything about the Rams offense,
frosted tips.
He's got the frosted tips, bro. He goes to the salon. You know what it is.
Well, I showed you.
You look good with.
You saw mine.
Tips, you look great with the frosted tips, but you did it once. You didn't go every week. It was a one-time Butler bet situation. I'm sure. I don't believe that, you're there still like next week. You got an appointment with Carla at the parlor.
Dana
at the parlor.
I got an appointment with her tomorrow.
You ever see the video of the guy who does the crazy hot matrix thing? It's one of my favorite YouTubes you're ever going to see. Have you ever seen this?
No.
Oh my God. All right. We'll talk after this, but on the crazy hot scale, just under the crazy avoid line, but on the hotness are hairdressers. Like you got to stay away from those. Anyway, look that up after the show. All right. So the Rams are better on offense across the board. And I would even put Matthew Stafford at this point in his career. Like if you had to have one quarterback your team to a win in the playoffs and you had to choose between Kyler Murray and Matt Stafford. I mean, how are you doing? Or what are you going with? I think I would go with Stafford. All right. So we both agree. And then on the Rams defense, it's the best. It's like, these are a top 3 defensive team in terms of personnel. So Jalen Ramsey, one of 4 shutdown corners in the National Football League. There's only 4 cornerbacks, maybe 5 that I worry about when I'm analyzing a game. His name is one of them. So they can shut down one side of the field. Aaron Donald. They've got Von Miller. Is he still playing? Is he hurt? I don't even know.
Yeah, he's playing. But here's the thing. And listen, I agree with you all day long. I look at, again, Arizona's a wounded team. This is a Ram. This is a great matchup for the Rams. Great matchup.
Arizona's going to feel the loss of DeAndre Hopkins in this game. They've been feeling it anyway. I don't think they're going to be able to run against the Rams. I think they're in some trouble. The best chance for the Cardinals to win. You know how the under and the underdog go together. That's how the Cardinals win. Matthew Stafford plays like shit.
Yeah, but I don't think Arizona can get the pressure. Like if you go back to Tennessee had a great game. Vrabel had a great game plan against Stafford, where they gave him a lot of interior pressure, a lot of A-gap stuff. And it really, if there was a Monday, I don't know if you remember, it was a Monday night game, and Tennessee just, they destroyed the Rams.
Yeah.
And it was all because it was just a wonderful defensive plan. Arizona can't do that. I love the Rams in this game. And, it's funny, when you do your league, I would load up on Rams. Because you know why? I think they're going to the NFC Championship game.
That's what I love to hear. This is I've had a hard time. So this is the stuff that I wanted to hear. I have been looking at this game, and I got to be honest. I've been like, I'm not sure which way to go with it. I wasn't sure. Everything's good. Division matchup. We've seen the Cardinals beat the Rams this year. So if you could take a confident stand, you can get Rams players. And if they go to the divisional championship, listen, anything can happen. The Rams are as good as any team in the NFC.
Look, well,
They could make it all the way.
They're going to play Dallas next weekend, and they can beat Dallas.
And then who? You know what I mean? Then.
Well, no, they're
Bucks,
going to.
you know
what's going to happen? It's going to be Rams, Cowboys, Packers, Eagles.
Packers. Yeah, that's right. Packers beat the Eagles. If that happens, there's no. I don't care how much pizza you want to throw down.
Listen. That's where my pizza bet would end.
Yeah, there's no more of that. No.
Rodgers against the Eagles secondary is not good.
No, they will destroy the Eagles.
Yeah, that's a bad matchup.
Then but can you see the Rams? Okay, I think the Rams, and I've said this.
I think the Rams would beat Dallas.
They match up the best out of any team with the Packers because they have the ability. No team can do this. They can shut down or slow down Devontae Adams with Ramsey.
It does feel like they're going to have a rematch. Remember, the Packers beat the Rams in Green Bay earlier in the year.
I'm trying to remember the details of that game, which I can't.
The Packers got up big. Rams came back, but they never could come all the way back. Don't you remember?
I don't remember the details of the game.
Yeah, I remember it distinctly. Packers jumped all
over. Was it a
them.
big game for who offensively? I don't think it was an Adams game.
No, it was a Stafford. It was one of these bad Stafford games.
That Stafford playing like shit. You know.
But in reality, it was.
Did Marquez Valdez-Scantling have like 2 touchdowns in that game or something?
Was it Scantling or Devontae? I'll tell you. You know what? Let me look it up.
There's no way Devontae put it on. No one puts it on Jalen Ramsey. I have such a confidence in that. We'll see. But if you could find those stats from that, you know what? I'll DraftKings it.
I got it. You got 36-28 Green Bay.
It's a close game.
All right. Here we go.
What's the stat line for Devontae in that one?
I'm just curious. Right now. Packers. Yeah, Devontae 8 for 104. 8 for 104. No touchdowns.
Yeah. So
Rodgers threw 1 to Cobb and 1 to A.J. Dillon out of the backfield.
This is the game where I told people to
Rodgers
play Cobb.
Scored 1.
That was the game where I told people to play Cobb, and Cobb scored 20 fantasy points in that one. Look up Cobb's thing. He scored 20 fantasy points in that game.
For 95.
Yes.
And a touchdown. 5
and people
targets.
are like, Geek, how the fuck did you know Randall Cobb?
Yeah,
and it's because Jalen
awesome.
Ramsey. Trust the matchups. Yeah. Trust the match. Lazard was
Stafford threw for 300, 3 touchdowns, 1 interception. With a Cup 7 for 96. Jefferson 3 for 93. Beckham 5 for 81 and a touchdown. So they also fumbled twice. The Rams did. Stafford got hit and fumbled.
That would be a really fascinating NFC Championship game.
That would be a great NFC Championship game.
Really fascinating. So
remember, Rasul Douglas took 1 to the house. So the Packers got up 30. The game here is 20-17 at halftime.
All right, so close game.
All right. Well, Green Bay was up 10-0. Rams come back. Green Bay goes up 20-10. They score right before halftime. Darrell Henderson, an 8-yard pass from Stafford. So it's 20-17. All right. They come out. A.J. Dillon scores a touchdown. They had a field goal. And then Stafford throws a pick 6. It's 36-17 going into the fourth quarter. The Rams they make it 36-25. And then they had a couple drives. They could never get it any closer. They kicked the field goal to make it 36-28 at the end.
The late. So, but that game doesn't tell you like the Packers are exponentially better than the Rams. So, it was a close game. A little defense happened there. The Packers were a weakened team too. I don't think Lazard was in there. I don't even think MVS played. Like they had a couple injuries going on.
No, Scantling played.
Scantling did play. Lazard, I believe, was out for that game. And the other thing was they hadn't quite discovered A.J. Dillon yet. Even though he played a little bit, they didn't discover.
Yeah, I agree with that. Yep.
Like he wasn't. They had a discovery of A.J. Dillon the last few weeks of the season.
I agree. Yeah, I think you're right about that. Yep.
I like it. I like the thought. I could see. I think the Rams are a real dark horse. If you're just like a Super Bowl bet, right? To make the Super Bowl. Rams.
What are they?
Of course, I gotta open the app. Hold on. Let's get in here. Let's take a look at what I think the Super Bowl odds. They must be like plus 950. I'm just guessing. I need to see
that's too high to get to the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
my guess is like they're like probably 4 to 5 to 1
to win the Super Bowl.
And they want to win it. Yeah, but
NFL. This is not the easiest line to find in the world. Let's see. Playoff specials. Hammer the there's a hammer the over bet, by the way. Don't miss that. Super Bowl.
I got it, dude.
Did you find it?
Conference winner. To win the NFC, the Rams are plus 450.
Okay, to win plus 450. There we go. And to win the Super Bowl?
To win the Super Bowl, the Rams are plus 1,000.
Yeah, there it is. Okay, so I thought it was like plus 950. So plus 450 to win it's not bad.
I like it.
I think if you do it, you got to go all the way and win the Super Bowl. You can always hedge out of it.
Yeah, because plus you're getting plus 1,000. You're right.
Yeah, you got to just go for it. Because I get why it's plus 1,000. Because the assumption is if they're up against the Chiefs in the Super Bowl, the Chiefs will be favored. And if they're up against I think if they're up against the Bills probably favored also. Not by much. Couple like 2-3. If they were up
plus 450 is not bad.
That's to win though. They have to beat the Packers.
Well, I think they can beat the Packers.
Yeah.
How about the Cowboys 6 to 1?
Cowboys find a way to lose. That's what they do.
Fade 350 plus 350 Tampa. Fade those bitches.
Tampa is another very popular play though for your best ball league because at plus 350, that's the yeah. Well, at plus, they're the most likely to play a lot of games. So, but I don't think if they lose this week, I'm gonna lose my mind. You don't even understand. I'm gonna
tell you something. They're not. Listen, if they don't lose this week, they're gonna lose next week.
That I could see. They're a weakened team. I thought having and not that it matters anymore because Antonio Brown obviously had surgery and whatever. But I thought having the whole meltdown bullshit that they pulled, those shenanigans, when you have a player that you need and you're pulling shenanigans with him, not that, again, in the end of the day, it didn't matter because he had a real injury that needed surgery. So it wasn't like if he just shut the fuck up, let him rest another week, he was going to play. But still, I thought those shenanigans, I put a little of it on Bruce Arians. I'm not fully blaming AB.
Yeah, but here's the problem. AB went against Brady.
You never do that. Well, a little bit.
And Brady reached out to the kid. Brady.
Yeah, a little bit.
Brady's always looked out for him. So,
I'm not saying AB's a good guy. He's
he bit the hand that fed you. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not saying he's good. Oh, I was making a joke because AB was staying in Brady's house. So
I know that's what I mean
about the awkward dinner.
He looked out for him.
But the awkward dinner that night after the game, Giselle's in the kitchen making up a nice dinner. AB's hanging out, and Brady walks in. It's just awkward.
Shirts off.
Yeah, he's just I don't know the whole awkward situation at the Brady household after that whole thing. Like, hey, what's up, man? What's up, bro? He's like, you're here still? You didn't leave? You're still here.
Get your shit and get them.
Dude, when you quit the team, you gotta leave the house, bro. It's like Giselle said it was cool. She said I could stay. She said I can hang out. All right, let's wrap it up. That's the WiseGuys. NFL.
That was awesome, man. That was funny.
Giselle, she's like, baby, come on in. No, you'll have dinner first. Have dinner with us. I ordered. She didn't make dinner. She ordered dinner. She's not making dinner. Giselle, she's not even ordering dinner. She's like, the cook is making dinner. You could stick around.
Yeah.
They got a cook living in the house with them too. You don't think there's a cook in Brady's house?
Yeah, there's definitely a cook. Without a doubt.
Giselle's not making dinner.
Nah.
like Wolfgang Puck is in the house making dinner for them. It's not even like a regular cook. It's like a name brand cook. Like what's his name? Guy Fieri lives in the Brady house too. He makes the dinner. He's in there.
Nah, Brady won't eat guys' food.
No, yeah, he's a healthy food. No, he ain't eating that shit. Diners, dive-ins, and drive-ins. Who's cooking food for Brady? Is it like it's somebody it's somebody you've heard of.
Fresh food, fresh fields,
fresh.
Whatever.
Farm to table.
Yeah.
It's all farm to table in Brady's house. All organic.
That's right.
Non-GMO. There's no GMOs in the Brady household.
No.
There's no GMOs.
No GMOs.
He's not eating pizza with olive oil dribbled on it either.
Yeah, he is. That's a good fat.
But the olive oil, but it's
He's not doing the pizza.
It's gluten-free pizza.
The olive oil is good for you.
No, but the
extends life.
The pizza's a cauliflower crust.
Yes.
It's a vegan cheese.
Yes.
It's not Pecorino Romano. I'll tell you right now. It's vegan.
You know, it's a real good pizza cheese. A little Gouda.
If you're gonna get a little crazy, with the Gouda on the pizza.
No, as a part of the blend with the mozz.
Pick a celebrity chef for my. If I had to have a celebrity chef, well, you go for like.
All right, I would go Gianna.
Just from the hotness factor, I like that. See, you're a sick bastard. She cooks Italian food. She's the Italian man's dream. Gianna Del Rey. Of course you picked Gianna. I wish it asked me.
Want to go with Lydia?
No. Gianna. I'll take Lydia because I don't care. I'll take the old. I want like a grandma. I want a grandma just
Lydia
cooking. I have Lydia sauce. They have it. Lydia makes a sauce. You can get it at my supermarket.
Don't buy sauce.
No, my wife's not making sauce. Come on.
Listen to me. It's the easiest thing to make.
My wife's not making no sauce, bro.
It's the easiest thing to make. I'm telling you.
Lydia makes the sauce.
It's a waste of money.
No, Lydia makes the sauce for me. I wait for it at the half price. I don't pay the $7.99. I pay the $3.50. When it's half price on the sauce.
What kind of marinara?
Yeah, marinara. But Lydia, for real, Lydia makes one. She's very good.
You got to go get the San Marzano tomatoes.
I'm not doing this.
All right.
I don't have it. I don't have
fry
it.
up a little tiny bit of onion.
Will never happen.
All right.
Here.
Just a tiny bit of onion and garlic. Tiny, very light. People use too much garlic. Don't go near the garlic. Tiny.
Rayos.
No Rayo. No.
Lydia. It's a picture of Lydia on the freaking jar. She's cooking it in her house.
Listen, olive oil, little onion. All right. You got the San Marzanos, fresh basil. All right. You fry up the olive oil. It's the greatest.
You know who I'd want in my house for real cooking for me?
Who?
The original Iron Chef, the Japanese guy.
Yeah, he's awesome.
That guy.
I like that.
Japanese food.
You do? Yeah, I like
Japanese
food too. Yeah.
I like their style of cooking.
I like tonkatsu. You
know what I've been watching, by the way? You know what's on Netflix right now?
What?
There's 2 different World War II in color documentaries on Netflix.
Really?
Yeah. That's what I watch every night, and I can't go to sleep. I like go to sleep figuring I'll fall asleep in 2 minutes watching this World War II in color, and then I just watch an hour and a half of it because I can't sleep when it's on.
I like that. I would love to watch
World War II in color is on Netflix. All right. Let's wrap it up. The Wise Guys, we got bets for this weekend. I'm fucking psyched. I don't even know. I can't stop. I'll probably be betting player props. I'm going to put everything up in the Sharp Bets Discord.
Remember the weather issue Sunday
weather in Tampa. Be careful of the weather in Tampa.
Wind.
I like it. That's a good warning. Favor the running backs. Favor the underdog.
Yes.
Favor the underdog.
Yes.
I'm still not playing like loading up on Jalen Hurts in my DFS lineups.
No.
I
think it's I wouldn't. I wouldn't. DFS wise is interesting. I wouldn't.
I like Dak on Sunday.
I can see that. Yep.
That's the guy that I'm looking at on Sunday as my guy.
Lamb, big day from Lamb. I can see that.
Yeah, Dak has just been so hot. Like they stopped running the football over there, and they gave the Dak attack back. That's what I was waiting for. Like this running nonsense.
I agree with you.
Enough with it. I want to see Dak 50 50 passing attempts, Dak.
I like
And
it.
then they all have a great game.
Yep.
All of them. All right. Good luck this weekend, everybody. We will be back next week for another. How many games? A 6-gamer. 4?
4.
It's down to 4. Or 6? No, it's a 6-gamer. I don't know. We'll be back next week. We'll break it down because there's extra teams in the playoffs. There's no bye week. I don't know what's going on.
There's only extra team this week because remember, one of the teams you only had one bye.
Okay,
Before
so it's
you
a
had
4.
2 byes.
It's a 4-gamer next week.
Yes.
Yeah, they threw me off. They're changing that format. Monday Night Football. I don't have Monday night. Right. I'm supposed to have off on Monday. What the fuck?
It's all right.
I don't care. I love it. I love it all. So we'll be back next week breaking down that 4-gamer. But good luck this weekend. Let's crush these bets. And again, if you're in New York and you were not aware, sports betting is live. If you go on the Sharp app and you click on the promotion on the sportsbook promotions, you're going to see all kinds of listings for these great promotions in New York. We've got Caesars going in New York. We've got DraftKings, FanDuel, and actually Bet Rivers. Well, Bet Rivers is fine. They're giving you $250. You deposit, no strings attached. They give you another $250 to bet with. That's a nice little deal. Nothing wrong with that.
Sure.
$250. I'm on all of them. I will do every single one of these. I'm going to be a sports. I'm going to have so many sportsbook apps on my phone. I'm going to add three more swipes to anything I'm looking for. Swipe it. All right. That's going to do it, guys. Good luck this weekend, everybody. We'll see you guys next time.
See you guys.